reasonable to expect you to get some run out of these. See what Gargoyle can do with Zaya. Definitely a lot of opportunities to get high charge. Zaya player already snuck on in there and got rid of Hureg. Good start here for the Florida Mayhem, and once this composition gets rolling, once the Reaper is getting good hits in, once the Zaya is charged up, Swan can really just step forward, keep that shield up.
Well, the reason they can run this comp and make it work is because of Lucio. You can have that speed boost from Rain, just go right into the Orisa shield of Bumper and push the other team backwards. So
Titans now just look for an in. Maybe Johnny finds a cheeky hook. Okay, wall placed like so they can't be blocked off. They can get him without taking too much early damage, but Huxal wasn't so lucky. This is rough for the Vancouver Titans. Gargoyle just farming them as they try and walk through the door. Nice little spike headshot's going to help things out. Here's a Blizzard. Slime trying to get himself out there as quickly as he possibly can. Huxal into Ice Block. He avoids it. And the Mayhem push deep, thinking they'd have frozen targets to leap upon, but they were wrong. Well, I mean, Huxal was frozen, but it was of his own volition and not of Florida's. And they punished that overextension. There's the Graviton Surge. Only Johnny caught inside that so far. Rappel going to go in with that Nana boost setting up. Sire player trying to remove Johnny, but he's frozen stiff. He's going to have to go for the Death Blossom here. The Florida Mayhem and so many ultimates into this fight. They spend 5 and they get nothing with it.
looks like Swan trying to get in here to touch the point. He'll barely get a touch.
Gives enough time though. Sire player actually catches Bumper unaware there, but Bumper's just going to fortify and move away. Throws up the shield. Hureg. Shadow forming away. BQB out of the mix already, by the way. No chance to have an impact on the Doomfist. Death Blossom completely shut down by the defense matrix, and that will be enough. There's only a couple players left on the Mayhem, and really they'll try and touch. And honestly, Matt, you walk into a fight, you have 6 ultimates, you use 5, you don't have the chance to use your 6, and you still get absolutely rickrolled by the Titans.
Don't let Bumper bump.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Yeah. Listen! They're gonna set up here to try and make their way through the corridor, which definitely suits Orisa. She covers most of that gap with her shield, and they can walk up and early pick up BQB. Sire player! Sawyer, mate. Over the edge.
Bumper yet again.
Yeah, Bumper tries to drop down though with a pile driver. The shield there looks like it prevents a lot of the knock-up from radiating out from the point of impact. Sire player is able to pick Slime off here, and this is the kind of player you want the McCree in the hands of. Flashbang thrown in by defense matrix. Messiah player has a lot of defensive zone to work with. He needs to watch his left side, but Gargoyle is doing that for him now. The McCree gets to reign supreme. Bumper drops back in though. Rappel knocked over the edge. Sire player back to the point again. Bumper rolls into that one, flashed and removed. Gargoyle was hacked for a moment. The supercharger though is going to go a long way. Definitely makes it easier for Sire player. Here comes a coalescence. So when Johnny's trying to get up in his face, he's de-suited as a result. Johnny flashed and removed now. This is bizarre from the Titans. Rappel trying to play so aggressively, but so weak to McCree, who has so much stun power, and a headshot is enough with a supercharger to remove the Moira. 99% now for the Florida Mayhem, and the Vancouver Titans are just throwing whatever they can at the wall. But this man, he is the law around these here parts. And it'll just be Janu now to step up, try and stall Doomfist here for Huxal. Could have even seen that earlier on, might have been a decent pick on this map, but may not have a chance to really get to use it to its fullest. Meteor Strike, drop back down. BQB not affected by it, and that'll be the round. Florida even it up here on Lijiang Tower. Interesting, Batiste here for Rain. Immortality field is something he's going to try and leverage. Gargoyle's in trouble here. He's by a grenade. Can't get away. A lot of damage thrown in the choke, and Slime is the one dealing it. Okay, so conditionally incredibly powerful because people held in place mean that the spread of whole hog can be controlled by Johnny. We can get max damage. That's the Blizzard. Oh, so many people are caught in the Blizzard! Oh, the Florida Mayhem! Put him in the morgue! They're ice cold. Just going to be Swan set up on the point now, and he's going to get jumped on by everyone on the Vancouver Titans side of things. There's still 4 players up. That was an effective Blizzard from Haxel.
Yeah, and that's going to be the final fight as Vancouver will take the point. They will take the map. He's going to be able to go from the backside here. As Hureg gets a hack on the Rain at the beginning, so the Mercy can't fly. That'll be an easy kill.
So nice. Johnny can fly in from the back. He can throw up a defense matrix to make it hard for Sire play to hit Bumper as he jumps in and then just get in there with the extra damage. But But still, Sire player's got 2 kills, man. 2 headshots even. Janu desuited. As the Genji, it's a little bit tough. Haxal does not commit to it as a result. Swan's a much easier target for him to fight, and he dispatches him. There's the cleanup crew. And that's a fight done.
Gargoyle could be setting up for a really nice self-destruct here. He's like on the bottom, gonna try and launch into the backside here.
Yeah, Genji Sombra, baby! Haxal in, gets rid of BQB early, and yeah, Rain wasn't gonna get away with that one either. Just waiting on the EMP. Sire player walks headfirst into a deflect, has to go back to spawn. Can't really peek out of that too much now, and this will be some capture progress for sure for the Titans. From the right side will be BQB. From the left will be Byram trying to come here on the Brigitte. Blizzard?
No.
No! He lost it! BQB dies before he can actually get used to that ultimate, and that really hurts. That's a great stall mechanic, even to turn to fight around, and Bumper's on the Reinhardt. He's a happy man, swinging and charging. All he's got to do. See Gargoyle now trying to dive deep into the backline. Perhaps he was looking for Slide, who pops Valkyrie just to stay out of arm's reach. Bumper knocked to the low ground, very annoying for a Reinhardt. He's got to go around the long way, but the rest of his team is standing up in his absence. Gargoyle is down. Byram trying to get to the point. He doesn't make it there. BQB is going to be brought back to life. And Sireplay will stay back. He'll stay back on that main ledge. And that's why the Titans have to be very careful about where they stand. Like, Haxal's trying to break line of sight as much as he can. Time for the Nanoblade. No, it's going to be a hold as well. This could be nasty, but he gets hit with a Bardic Grenade right at the beginning. Still able to find Byram, and he goes upstairs! Gets himself 3! And that's just the Haxal we've come to expect.
The Supercharger, though, prevents them from pushing on through. They actually use a Nano Boost on a Swan there as well. That'll be 2 kills. Do you invest?
Do you go Nanoblade
here?
Save the fight?
How confident do you?
You better believe it!
Good.
Get in there! Sireplay is down. Dash gets us on the Rain as well. That's 2. He's looking for another. Trust Haxal to save the day. There's still some more work to be done. But the Mayhem have been cut in half. Literally.
All right, here we go.
Haxal chilled. He's hanging out with that bird bath.
Florida's going to do it.
Johnny put to sleep here. Decent bit of stall, I guess, but yeah, that seems to be about it. Haxal is still around. Bumper wants to try and contest. This is an interesting decision from him. Bardic Grenade thrown to the ground. Doesn't actually hit his teammates here. That might hurt them. Haxal, another blade. Yeah, he pulls it out a little bit later on. Where do I go? The brick? Yeah. Plenty of venom in that kill. Oh, how about this one too?
He just knows the perfect targets. Like, he sees that the whole hog is being used on the other side. Instead of like dashing in right away, he's able to just circumvent that ability and then just go right in with a nice dash on both supports. If they get the kill, he has the opportunity to dash forward again, use a blade, and then get a 3rd dash potentially. So really nice use of Genji's dash resetting abilities from Haxal.
All right, Floridians, get your overalls on. It's time to get serious. Haxal here with... Oh, that's gross. I can't. Haxal trying to get one last hit on towards Ray, but it just don't matter. He was distraction and executioner all in one. With the Batiste play. Oh, well. Got him. Looking for at least 1 pick in the meantime, and I like this from the Mayhem. Back off the point, give up the progress.
The
That's
angle
how it
here
goes.
for Saya player is really poor, though, once they take stock on the point. You see Saya player, the little
they know he's there too.
Coming around. It's just going to be the Maze stall to get on for BQB.
All right, almost complete capture there, and Rain gets picked off immediately here. This is what happens, you know, if you allow your main tank just to get picked off at no expense to your opponents. They're just spamming in. Oh. And now with this stagger, Fate being staggered very badly, there's going to be a bit of free payload progress here. The Mayhem would like to play close on the next phase of the map, but they can't. Let's see if he just tries to, you know, split up the Mayhem before they go in here. Blizzard placed not very far forward. Oh, the Dragon Strike coming through. That's filthy. No one's going to be caught by that one. Fate goes down, but that was from Hureg's arrows, not the Dragon itself. And I don't think Rain realized what was going on, or he just knew he couldn't do a thing about it. He was trying to keep Fate alive.
Johnny will get rid of the Supercharger, so that big Orisa ultimate goes down, and that's going to be a
what?
halt.
Another one?
They halt, and then Blizzard. That is so sick. Look,
I could just see shoulders slumping on the Mayhem side of the stage.
You guys got the clock at the top of your screen. You don't need me to tell you, this is fast.
A Dragon Strike now, and there's not really anywhere for the Mayhem to run on this point, so they're going to have to eat a little bit of this damage. Another Immortality field thrown out by Rain. Bumper hooked in. BQB about to get frozen. He's taken down. Haxal very efficient in removing also that immortality field after the fact. The Blizzard to follow up now. Gargoyle has to work from the fringes of it. He does well to get a kill for himself, but Haxal shuts down Rain before he can do anything with his own amplification matrix. Gargoyle still lives, but eventually drops, and that'll do it. The Titans, strong start. Slowed up a little bit there in the middle, but they do get the job done.
Janu just coming around the opposite side. I mean, he hooks Byram, kills him, and then Gargoyle stands in the same spot, gets hooked and demaxed. Like, it gotta be a bit better than that.
The issue is that there are, this was where BQB and Rain were set up now. They were behind, but they staggered themselves here.
It's going to be difficult to get this res off. Saya player, big picks to open up the fight.
Yeah. Looking like a pretty brutal
You
kind
know,
of
though, if you get solo whole hogged, you know you're in a good
Saya
spot.
player is 42% scoped critical hit accuracy. Lining a wall up in this doorway that Repel's standing in. Gargoyle slept. Byram just wrecked. A biting grenade thrown at Fade as well, which will make life harder for him. This is... Avert your eyes, kids. This is about to get nasty. Another Hulk here. Can they catch someone other than Janu and Bumper? The answer is no. Axel's just like, okay, well...
They do push up and get the pick here, though.
Janu's down. And Fate, you can see, he realizes they need to make up some time. He is forging ahead. Axel discorded. Guess that's what the Zenyatta here is for. At that Discord orb. Biotic grenade connects, though. Axel is a pain in the rear. No dice. Dragon Strike now. Note that Slime was trying to go for the Resurrect now to Valkyrie to get out of the way. Blizzard thrown down on the point. Gargoyle still frozen up. Byram not affected by it because he's in Transcendence, but it don't matter. Repel is down. Johnny now going for the whole hog to try and force the Florida Mayhem away from the payload, but he's so vulnerable while using it. He gets burnt down. Haxal and Bumper still set up behind this barrier though, and Haxal would love to freeze Fate up. Halt. No connection there from the Mayhem. Bumper trying to take Fate one-on-one, and nothing Sire player can do to try and keep Byram alive. He's going to get frozen too! You don't need a blade to get multi-kills. Haxal just walks up one by one, sends him off to the headsman's axe. Really not coming back from this one. The Florida Mayhem have nothing left to work with here, and that'll do it. The Vancouver Titans, they take away Blizzard World. That's a 3-0 in the series. Their lead is unassailable. They're going to take the W. Axel's going to have a little bit more room to work with. Right now, though, he has to behave himself.
That was a nice shot from BQB.
Yeah. That will definitely quiet things down. Oh dear, BQB takes the challenge. Axel, I mean, he has the option to go May. He might just try and play for another Dragon Blade. Depends how serious he is, I guess, about
Nano Blade here.
Genji.
I mean, I think if you're the Vancouver Titans, I think you just decide, use Nano Blade here and then assess whether you want to stick with this composition or not. We've seen a good, to be fair, we've seen a good hog from Gargoyle as well. I think it's just like, sometimes it's their positioning is really poor and like decision making as well.
Yeah.
This time they move forward, they move into the Nano Blade.
Yeah, it's been nice knowing you.
Hulk, they're lucky Rain got out of there alive. And he was real low, but...
Oh, look at how fast the Titans are pushing it. They are going all the way.
They knew there was only 3 players up there.
Hureg, trying to get to the high ground. He's actually still available to avoid the Dragon Strike. And here's a blade. 3 for 1! Jackpot for Haxal.
It's like trying to just hunt him down. The card's still moving!
Yeah, still going. It's almost at the end of the map, by the way. It's only Gargoyle. Gargoyle gets
They hook him off the card! Oh, come on!
Hashtag bring the Mayhem. BQB, he's in trouble. Hureg is a hunter, and he finds the kill. Just a body shot will be enough to get the job done. Bumper gets hit with a biotic grenade, and he's still able to walk away.
And Hureg's taking a nice angle here where Saya player actually did no line of sight on him.
I mean, it's going to be frustrating for Saya. If Saya player tries to take the opposite angle, then he's at risk of getting jumped by Haxal.
Yeah.
Haxal, it needs to be a good hold, though. Yeah, that was a good hold. Slept, though. Nicely done by Byram. BQB is still taken down. And now Byram is missing. Unfortunate for him, that's not really a great reward for him, preventing his team from getting completely slaughtered. Hurek still has it off angle though, and the longer the fight happens here, the more likely he's going to find picks.
Bumper's still alive as well. Slime actually almost went forward there, thought about a res. And they're going to back up. They have the supercharger here to use. I mean, that's a really nice pick.
Not good.
Yeah, that's a really good pick for Florida. Still have this supercharger here on Bumper.
Bumper, okay, walks on out. Repel gets picked off there. Bumper didn't have a shield up. He was waiting for the supercharger for the rest of the team to be there, but that left Repel vulnerable. Okay, looks like Sia's just trying to line up. Oh! Axel walked into that. Deadeye, it kind of acts a bit differently now. It ticks up much faster after the first, 5 seconds. Gets really bulky targets, but still very good on targets like that. Hurek tries to get an angle here while staying out of line of sight. Able to find that McCree getting a second now as well. Who's going to deal with Hurek? There are some shields in play. It looks like Byram's actually going after Hurek here. He just appears in front of him, trying to go for the 1v1, but I don't think the Slime's going to allow that to happen. Oh man, that's filthy.
They've kept Byram alive for a while. You do have 2 support ults here for Florida. I mean, well, you're not going to have your Blizzard anymore as BQP ends up dropping here. Looks like it's going to be a hold from the Vancouver Titans.
No chance of touching here. That'll get the job done one way or another. The Vancouver Titans maybe loosen the belt a little bit in the final stages of that match, but the result is still the same. It's a 4-0. Axel, player of the match here from the Vancouver Titans versus the Florida Mayhem. I don't really need to explain it, so instead I'm just going to react to this. Look at that one. Oh God, give me that one.
His Genji was unreal. I mean, throughout the series, he was so good on the Genji.
And I'm more than happy to give him our Omen by HP player of the match, Matt. It's an easy decision. We talked about it. You know, Hurek was definitely more of a supporting role in this series. Bumper played a lot of Orisa, so not always easy to see his contributions. But the Holtz was setting up a lot of these big ults.
If it wasn't for him like just popping off like to another level, I actually probably would have wanted to give this one to Bumper because I thought his halts throughout the series are really good to set up dragons, to set up these blades. 27 dragon blade kills. Crazy game, seven, almost 8 limbs per life.
Yeah, that's a really interesting stat. I like that as a ratio. Obviously, eliminations aren't final blows. It's his involvement in kills. And for Genji, that you know is quite often him dashing in, or that's how he's charging up that blade.